What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to do our usual daily recap on gold, Bitcoin, and Euro dollar for the day 26th of August. We're starting as usual from gold, our main pair, and we were seeing starting this morning here, this candle, we were expecting a possible double bottom being created here on the higher time frame in continuation up, and this is what happened. We got a double bottom at this price sensitivity area already marked from previous price points, and we got a bounce up. Then, as you can see, as expected, high risk, high reward at 1789 rejection. We got our sells with our high risk, high reward buys at 1784 slash you can see no candle closed below 1784 slash 1781 rejection for price to continue up, and this is what we saw. We're going now to see on the 1 minute chart what happened exactly that brought price to these levels. Okay, let's go on the 1 minute. As you can see, we were starting pre-London and pre-Eurozone open. We were creating a downtrend on the lower time frame, but let's go on the Eurozone open here. So we're starting to see a rejection of 1789 key level, and price slowly but creating lower highs and lower lows, until it reacts 1784, which is exactly the price sensitivity area that was marked up from the morning. Was 84.5, to be honest with you. And as you can see, we have a reaction, a high being printed but reacting at these previous highs on the left. And then again failing to break below this price sensitivity area. So let me chart it up. So this is the high risk reward buys rejection 1784 that played out for like 40 pips. We got a rejection here. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay. Reaction at previous highs. But as you can see, we failed to break below again. As you see, so this price sensitivity area is showing to be very strong. So since then, what we see is just price creating after a retest with no closures below, price creating higher highs, higher lows, with safe entries above these previous highs, high risk, high reward entry, safer entry, and price reacting at these previous highs, creating a pullback, failing to break below the previous highs, as you can see in the left hand side, impulsive break with sort of gets a reaction at 1789 key level, but manages to break above. Very short-lived, because we create another pullback at these previous highs, again, as you can see. But then we have another try. We fail to break above, to make new highs. So we have a deeper, as usually happens on gold, we have a deeper correction. Okay, like this. We can see then a deeper correction on the price. And these previous excited highs. Okay. If we try again impulsively to break above, failing to have closures above this level, as you can see here. Let me go on this chart. We are around 230, so it's already New York open. And as you can see, if you go on a 30-minute, here, we are failing to close above these previous highs. So let me go back here. As you can see, it's still a very big rejection. We break, retest 1789, and then with New York volume, we impulsively break below this price sensitivity area on the left. We see that we have a reaction exactly here on the dot, but then the pullback falls short. It reacts exactly this price sensitivity area on the left hand side here, and then goes below and retest 1781. 1781 shows very strong, it shows to be a very strong support. We create a sort of double bottom at this price sensitivity area, and we then jump back up in the range. New York Stock Exchange Open creates an upper week, fail to break above 1789 key level, gives you a high risk high reward scalp entry here for like other 40 pips on the downside. And if price manages to break below this price sensitivity area, could have continued down. But it reacted at this same PSA. And then we see a reaction again at 1789. And since then, we start seeing something happen in the news. Here we see Kabul bombs. And we know that when there are tensions and there are fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the markets, gold is bullish because it's a precious metal, safe haven against the dollar. And we start seeing very, very clear, very, very strong break, retest above 1789 for 60 pips, retest again on the dot, still other news reports of US troops being killed. So this is the medium risk entry at break and retest. Safer entry for price to create new highs Okay, new highs here and up like 1798. From then, we played the short fear, certainty, and doubt, the fear coming into the market, but there are no fundamental reasons yet for gold to spike up above, and we start seeing since then ranging on gold, still above 1789, the key level. Okay. Very good. And then we start just ranging like this. So, did I miss anything? Did I miss any reaction here at these previous highs? Here the price stopped exactly at these previous lows, as you can see. Then, as you can see here, you react at these previous highs. Of course, this is all insight, but if I'm starting to learn and to see them on the 1 minute chart just in one screen, it will be very, very good, and being able to spot it live. So in a minute, I will do Bitcoin. There we go. We're going to do our recap on Bitcoin now. It will be very short, but as you can see, our analysis in the morning, while I was doing the analysis, we were above here. We were expecting price after this making this lower high to, if the bearish trend was to continue, to make a lower low. So we were looking for sells below this price sensitivity area and safer sells below this 47 to 80 to 50 price sensitivity area for safer sells. And as you can see, we created a new, this is the last higher high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then so this is the lower low, and this is a new lower low being created, being printed on the chart. Let's go on the 1 minute time frame. Bitcoin here, as you can see, nothing really special happened. Here, okay. So from the morning, we were just in a downtrend, reacting at this key level 48,750, very, very impulsive melting below, reacting on the dot to the predetermined 47,680 price sensitivity area, reacting and rejecting twice, but failing to then continue up. Then you see, let me put it in red. Here. You can see very aggressive bearish momentum, reacting and stopping exactly at this price sensitivity area. Again, failing to make a new high, break, and as you can see, it's very, very small. There's a bullish candle retesting the level. So high risk, high reward entry, safer entry. There you go. For price to continue down strong. Okay. And then below these previous lows, we find, of course, since it's a huge price sensitivity area, we found some reaction. And as you can see, we retested it. But then we continued down until this level here, which is the 46,500 key level already charted. This was actually the safer entry. This was medium risk entry. Break and retest, entry, and last one, this leg of the, and as you can see, then price ranging, retesting many times these previous lows, this previous price sensitivity area that was already charted on the dot, retesting again these previous highs slash price sensitivity area already charted, again failing, very strong and aggressive, but failing to close below, and then very strong and aggressive push up, but again with the same failing to close above, so no safe entries above these previous lows. We got a ranging, we got again many retests, close above, very short-lived, and then just pure ranging. Of course, you could have scalped 46,500, 47, this is 47, 100 is 50, 60 pips. So you could have scalped it, but it was not easy. And if you took your safe entries before, you didn't need to actually be there and fight the range. Let me just check one thing. So, okay, no, we weren't expecting price to dip this low. So we weren't expecting high risk, high reward buys over there. But as you can see, we got a very strong bearish trend, and then it's just some ranging. Okay, so Bitcoin very, very short-lived, our analysis. Give me a second and I will go on euro dollar. There you go, euro dollar from the morning. That was around here, exactly here. We're expecting either a dip below and then continuation down with high risk, high reward buys, or continuation up, retest of these previous highs, but then failing to break above, and then you just sells. Let's go directly on the 1 minute chart, shall we? There you go. This is the fake spike of the market close. And then, as you can see here, let me put the price sensitivity areas as well here. Mainly this one and this one. Which was these previous highs, some rejection here. Exactly. Okay. Let's jump on the 1 minute. Very good. So as you can see, we were coming and making new highs, failing to break new highs and having a pullback. reacting very strong, and then bullish trend reacting exactly and retesting the previous highs. Very aggressive move, breaking and retesting these previous highs on the left. And then continuation up. Very brief attempt to break above the price sensitivity area, failed immediately with high risk high reward sells as expected here. As you can see, rejection, double top at 1771 was not a double top, no, 1771. 1771, okay, it's the same. Okay, it was not a double top, it was very strong rejection, but then we broke below. Look at this mirror, exactly mirroring price action, reacting exactly these lows, reacting exactly these highs, very crystal clear. But then price continue down, reacting to these previous highs on the left. Pullback, continuation down, and then retesting those previous lows on the left hand side, not exactly on the dot, but failing to make new lows. And then, as you can see, after 3 taps, this same exact price point here, we got the rejection with, let's see, you can spot this, of course, is a high risk high reward entry, safer entry here above these previous highs on the left. Break and retest of these previous highs on the left, which gives us safer entry, high risk high reward entry. And this BNR safest entry. Okay. In fact, as you can see, after this break, retest again. We broke, retested. We managed to make a new high. Retesting on the dot, almost on the price sensitivity area, and then since then we managed to never go back to the price sensitivity and make a new high here. From there, strong reaction at this previous high, failing to break multiple times. Continuation down, very strong pullback, creating a lower high, failing to make a new high. That gives a fuel to the sellers. Up down here, what is this level? You can see already on the left, you can expect to be exactly the same spot. This is the point where we get a strong reaction at the price sensitivity area. Pullback on the upside, very short-lived, failing to make a new higher high again. And since then, melting down for our high risk high reward sells, very strong melting, a reaction at these previous lows on the left hand side, it's sort of in the middle, breaking below, and then making a new low, reacting at the other price sensitivity area, 1.1750. This price sensitivity here, this one, yeah, almost 1750, which was our place for our high risk, high reward sells area, buys, sorry. And as you can see, we tapped once here, we tried again, we reacted at these lows as before, we tried again, double bottom being created, PSA, entry, because as you can see, if you enter here, we never managed to break below the price sensitivity area, high risk, high reward, and then not giving really some safer entry because it was very, very impulsive above this price sensitivity area on the left hand side. But we reacted here, tack, more or less this price sensitivity on the left hand side, we range, we fail to make a new high, we fail to create a new higher high, retest, and then continuation up. And then you can see, as you already know, when this happens, we have possible rejections and moves on the other side. Very short-lived again. Gives you a second entry if you manage to lose the first one for the buy scalps above that price sensitivity area. And again, it shows how strong that area was by looking at how here we fail to make new highs again, and we get safer entries below these lows, but we tap exactly on the dot in the price sensitivity area. And since then, we've been ranging with no clear direction of the price. Ranging in an order block fashion, as you can see. Let me chart. Fail to make new higher high. Fail to make new higher high. Fail to make new higher high. Or the block. Here. Second entry scalp buys. Risk high amount entry, safer entry, and the break below this price sensitivity area on the left hand side. Okay. Safer below here. Can we say it was safer below here? Not a clear retest. But this is it for euro dollar for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you tomorrow.